Tanks come in many different shapes and sizes, but one thing that rarely changes is the fact that they usually have very little space inside. Today I'm going to be taking you inside of a notoriously cramped tank. This is the T-55, the Soviet main battle tank of the early Cold War period. The T-55 has a crew of 4 and we're going to be looking at all 4 positions, starting with the loader. The loader has the most room to move around, as they have the difficult job of moving the heavy single-piece 100mm ammunition, made harder by the fact that it's still a relatively small amount of space to move around. The loader is also the most likely to be injured by the breech. The green shield that my leg is resting against is the only thing preventing me from touching the breech. If I were to simply rest my hand there and the gun was fired, it would almost certainly break my entire arm. Next, we're going to be looking at the commander and gunner's position with help from my assistant John. Now, if you're someone who's claustrophobic, this is probably the last place you'd want to be. John is moving to the gunner's position, the most cramped position in the tank. Once I'm in the commander's seat, my legs are essentially acting as John's backrest. The T-55 is by far one of the most cramped tanks I've ever been inside. It makes tanks like the Chieftain feel spacious in comparison. Lastly, we have the driver, who's in a rather snug space with very little wiggle room. The T-55 has a 5-speed gearbox with 1 reverse gear. It also has a standard 3-pedal configuration consisting of an accelerator pedal, brake pedal and clutch pedal. Most tanks don't have steering wheels and the T-55 is one of them. Instead, it uses these levers, which are referred to as tillers. When in motion, pulling one of these will apply the brake to one of the tracks, which reduces the speed, enabling the tank to turn. So there you go, you've now seen inside one of the less spacious tanks that we have here at the Tank Museum. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to attempt to try and get out.